right, man. They had this report that I seen on 971ticket.com, whatever their website is, and they had this report saying that Brad Holmes, contrary to what he said, he tried to move up a few times in the draft to get an edge rusher. So I don't know if it was a guy from Georgia. I don't know if it was Abdul Carter. Remember those rumors out there that he tried to trade up. He tried to trade to get Myles Garrett. So, the whole thing about it too was, before he took the Egyptian guy, and I did a couple of videos on it. He said that there's other ways of getting the edge rusher. He said, they got one at the trade deadline last year. So, he's probably gonna be looking at avenues to get one. But check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And but we'll see. It just don't seem like they prioritize it. And we know that's our biggest need. And they're neglecting it. Do I expect the guy from Boise State that got drafted in the 4th, 5th round to come provide stability? No. So he didn't, whatever reason, it was too rich for their blood, or some of the the proposals weren't good enough, or they was too, not in their favor. I get it. But, to me, people say, well, just bring Darius back and they'd be happy. Let's see him and Hunch, do their thing together. And, Trey Hendrick's still out there. Obviously, his value isn't worth what he think it is. And like I said, it was put out there that he won between 30 and 35 million. And people are not willing to pay him that money. So, he can sit on Cincinnati, hit the market next year and see what he can actually get on the market. But he understands they have a problem, and he can play dumb all he wants to with the media by saying, oh, you guys only saying that because we had injuries last year, and we have an issue. We have an issue. He knows we have an issue. So, him attempting to move up to get somebody, I'm pretty sure he's exhausted all avenues. But the thing is, if that dude from Marshall turned out to be good, Mike Green, people and Tyleek Williams don't turn out to be good, people are going to be looking at him different. They didn't get Josh Sweat. $20 million was too rich for their blood. Okay, cool. This is a guy that I don't even think he ever had 10 sacks in the season, playing amongst one of the most ferocious, if not the most ferocious defensive line. I believe he had 6.5 sacks last season. So I get that. I get it. I get why Trey Hendrickson asked for $35 million. Hey, look here, dude. I had 35 sacks the last 2 seasons, I believe. I'm productive. But at 31 years old, I see where people coming from. We pay you this money and you fall off. So I get it. I'm gonna give 20 to Josh Sweat for what? You played with Jordan Rick. You had a big Super Bowl, but the season you had 6.5 sacks. So I definitely understand. I definitely understand it. So, you're not going to overpay because you want to keep your key players together. You're not going to overpay. So, I feel like a couple guys, I think they said they took the Ridlitch, the guard from Georgia, before they took Mike Green. They should have took that Mike Green, bro. Fuck what he talking about. We got enough guards. I don't know why they loading up on guards. If they loaded up pass rushers like they loaded up on guards, we'd be all right. I don't know what their obsession with guards is. That's the position he's drafted the most since he got here. Sorsdale, Manu, Frazier, Ridlitch. He's really drafted. He's really drafted that position. It's getting redundant. get how you jump in front of somebody and then drive like a bitch. So I get it. I get it. So we'll see what happens. You know, if that dude from Boise State end up, you know, if he end up being a really good player, I mean, shout out to Dog. So we'll see. You know, and I think they believe in their ability to coach guys up. You know, clean up mistakes. So who knows? But I mean, if anybody, I'm not overpaying. You know, just to look at it, I get it. I don't know what's gonna happen with Hendrickson, Zadarius Smith. You know, in my opinion, I still feel like they could use another receiver. I don't know why they should go out there. I feel like they should get Amari Cooper. That's what they're missing. It's a Tesla develop. I know a lot of people don't agree with me when I talk about Amari Cooper, but you know, I just think he could be a #1 receiver. Not in the position of the #1 option, just play that #1 spot on the outside. I think him and Goff would be good for each other. I think that'll open up a lot of avenues, a lot of doors for them. But I think he probably ain't a gritty guy. You know, Amari Cooper's a really good guy. I've read a lot about him. Shout out to his cleat he sells. Humble dude. But, you know, it's kind of some questions whether about effort or, you know, does he show up in the playoffs. But I don't think it'll be a lot of pressure on him in Detroit. He played that X position. He'll dominate that position. And everybody else, you know, him and J-Mo and St. Brown, that'd be a problem in my opinion. I would go get him. No doubt in my mind, I would go get Amari Cooper. A true guy that can stand on the outside of that edge, beat press coverage. It shouldn't break the bank. You know. But as far as pass rushers, I mean, Matt Judon is still there. You know, would you rather have Matt Judon than Zadarius Smith? Matt Judon is from Pontiac, I believe. You know, he's from Pontiac. So, but, you know, they tried to trade up to get one, so can't get mad at Brad. He tried. I don't blame him. I'm not overpaying. You overpay these dudes, man. You overpay them. You know. And then they get here, they get injured, or they don't produce. You can be looking stupid. So, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Whatever inside the link tree is the first in the description. Peace.